Good morning, everyone. I hope this morning finds you well. This is our Monday morning Ashtanga class. I'm Brad, for those of you that don't know me. And we'll be working today. We're working through this series in a hopefully a fairly intelligent way. That's what I usually shoot for. I think that by and large, we want to always make sure that cultivating an awareness and an intelligence inside the body is our primary objective and our primary role when we step to our mat in general. But also, I think that over a period of time, those practices that seem super difficult, the benefit of doing a vigorous and difficult practice is that over a period of time is that it does build strength and resiliency into your body, you know, your emotional constructs and how you kind of like participate in the world. But it also gives us an opportunity over a period of time to find a deeper sense of awareness, a deeper sense of intelligence about how our body is doing in a time when our physicality is so interesting, when our body and physical space and all of these different ideas are kind of brand new. It gives us maybe a little bit more personal relationship with our body, and I think that can be super useful. If you are tuning in right now, just go ahead and find a seat. I'm going to make sure that everything is going all right with the camera, and then we'll get ready to roll through our series. So maybe finding a nice meditative posture, closing your eyes. Breath to move up the spine, front of the spine on the inhale, so the groin will draw back a little bit. It'll broaden through the back of the body, through the back of the rib cage, creating an expanded quality. And as you exhale, thinking about rooting the tailbone, but becoming taller. A bit of audible breathing. One of the best ways to think about our breathing in a seated posture like this and setting the tone for the practice is by thinking about becoming taller on the inhale and taller on the exhale. We're trying not to do too much of the anterior tilt and the pelvis, too much of the abdomen forward, but instead pulling in and up with your belly button. So inhale, pulling the breath in, becoming taller. And as you exhale, lengthening the spine, becoming taller yet. From here, let's go ahead and come on up, step to the front of the mat. Bring hands to heart center. Let's go ahead and start with our invocation. Go ahead and do it together, beginning and ending with an Om. Deep breath. Vande Gurunam Chardanaravinde Sandar Shita Svatma Sukha Vabode Nishreyase Jangalikaya Mane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantyaye Abahu Purushakaram Shankachikara Sidarinam Sahasra Shirsam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Samasthihi, arms to the side, rooting into the floor, lots of strength. Gaze is soft. We'll work through our sun series A first, and let's do it nice and slow this first time. So inhale, the arms come up, wrap the little fingers in, press the palms together, look up at the thumbs, try not to collapse the back of the neck. But lift your chin towards the sky, reaching up. Let the weight come back to the heels, the groin deepens, reaching up out of the waist. And then as you exhale, cast the heart forward, inner thighs back, long through the torso. At the very last, hands come down to the floor. Inhale, unroll the spine, lift the chin up off the chest. And as you exhale, step back into a high plank pose. Press your hands into the floor. Step back into that high plank. Wrap the outsides of the armpits down and forward a little bit, so it broadens the back of the shoulder blades. Then push your spine up to the sky, lengthening. Chin isn't you're not looking at your toes, but instead lift your chin forward, lift the heart forward, push into the floor. Feel your spine press towards the sky a little bit here. Lift the chin up, outside of the armpits, rotating down and forward a little bit, so you can feel the broadening of the back of the shoulder blades. Take your deep breath, inhale here. As you exhale, bring your knees down, your chin down, and then your chest down to the floor. Take your tailbone down to the floor. Roll the spine. Come up into a little bit of a cobra pose. Draw the shoulder blades back and down. Lift the chin up off the chest. Try not to let your head collapse back, but look off the tip of the nose towards the sky. And as you exhale, hips towards the sky, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. One. 2. 3. 4. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, press the breath out, bend your knees, look forward, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, unroll the spine, expanding the heart forward. Exhale, press into the floor, forward fold. Inhale, rising up, reach up to the sky, palms press, head back. Exhale, arms to the side, Samasthihi. Root down, inner thighs drawn back. Inhale, reach the sky, looking up. And then exhale, folding, inner thighs pulling back, hands down. Inhale, lift the chin up off the chest, press your hands into the floor. As you exhale, step back, high plank pose. So we're really working on the spinal action here. Push your spine up to the sky, wrap the triceps towards the midline a little bit, press into the floor with your hands. Then inhale, as you exhale, bring knees down, chin down, chest down. Hug your rib cage up, take your tailbone down. Roll into upward dog or cobra, shoulders back and down. And then exhale, hips to the sky for downward facing dog. Lengthen the spine here. So we still want to wrap the outsides of the armpits forward and down a little bit so the serratus muscle is engaged. And then once you've found that action, it feels like you're trying to kind of bubble up through the spine, rolling the triceps in, push back through your heels. Once you found all of those connections, once you feel as though you're feeling strong and embodied in your upper back, then maybe melt your chest through. If your armpits open up to the outside and your triceps rotate out, then you need to come up a little bit, wrap the triceps in, and then melt it through again. Otherwise, there's too much stress and awkwardness in the shoulders, so we want to feel that pressing down with the hands, and then the spine becomes a little bit more mobile as it draws through. It's like we create a scaffolding, and then we allow the spine to rest through that scaffolding because of that scaffolding. Take one more breath. Inhale into the back of the heart. As you exhale, press the breath, bend the knees, step forward or float to the front. Inhale, lift the heart open. As you exhale, hug and press into the floor. Inner thighs back, strong through your legs. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, arms to the side, Samasthihi. Again, inhale, arms come up, reach up to the sky, press into the floor. Exhale, the way, fold forward. Long exhale, press the breath out, press your palms down. Inhale, unroll the spine, lift the chin. As you exhale, step back or float back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lift the hips a little bit, knees down, chin down, chest down if you'd like. Roll the heart open, and then exhale, hips towards the sky. Long, strong legs here. Maybe you imagine that you're taking your shoulders up beside your ears, so really pushing away from the floor with your hands. Bring the weight back towards your heels. Same time, press into your heels towards the floor. See if you can feel lifting up out of the ankles. Keep your legs strong, keep your arms strong. Melt your chest through just a little bit, but keep your arms engaged appropriately. Push down into the mat. Take a deep breath, inhale. Finish out your exhale, look forward, bend the knees, float or step to the front. Inhale, lift the chin from the chest, pull the heart open. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rising up, reach up to the sky. And then exhale, arms to the side, Samasthihi. Again, inhale, arms come up, strong through the legs, weight back to the heels. Exhale, fold, hands down. Inhale, pull the heart open, push into the floor. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. Inhale, pull the heart open. And then exhale, hips towards the sky. Rock the triceps in and push through. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Front of the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up. And exhale, arms to the side, Samasthihi. Again, inhale, arms up, ekam, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Trini, lift the heart. As you exhale, Chapwari, low push-up. Inhaling, up dog. And then exhale, down dog. One, 2, 3, 4. Press the breath all the way out. Look forward, front of the mat. Inhale, lift your heart open. Exhale, fold deeply, press into the floor. Inhaling, Nava. And exhale, arms to the side, Samasthihi. Utkatasana, Surya Namaskar B. Set deep, exhale, tailbone down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward, tailbone drops down. Inhale, draw the groin back, shift weight back towards the heels, then to the hands. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, inhaling. Down dog. Exhale as you press your breath out. Right foot steps forward, left foot flat. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down. Ashtanga. Nava, inhale. Dasha, exhale. Left foot forward, inhale. Ekadasha. And then exhale, Dvadasha. Inhale, Trayodasha. And exhale, Chaturasha. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press the breath out. And 5. Front of the mat. Panchadasha. Inhale. Shodana. Exhale. Anchor the tailbone towards the earth. Bend the knees. Utkatasana. Inhale. Arms up. And exhale. Samastihiti. Set deep. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale. Palms down. Inhale in. Unroll the spine. Tip weight into the hands. Chaturanga. Up dog. Pull the heart open. Down dog. Hips towards the sky. Right foot forward. Inhaling. Sapta. Deep lunge. Lift the heart to the sky. As you exhale, low push-up pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling. Up dog. And exhale. Down dog. Left foot steps forward. Rooted into the floor, big toe mound. Inhale, unroll, reach up, reach back. Exhale, low push up, chaturanga. Inhale, Trayodasha. Exhale, Chaturasha, hips to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale. Front of the mat. Inhaling. Lift the heart up. Exhale. Folding. Utkatasana. Inhale. Arms come up. And exhale. Samastihiti. Again, inhaling. Arms up, bake them. And then exhale the way, fold forward. Inhale, lift chin up off chest. Exhale, chaturanga. Push up pose. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right leg forward, warrior one. Inhaling, sapta, reaching up. Exhaling, Ashtanga. Low push up pose. Inhaling, up dog. And then exhale to down dog. Left foot steps forward. Inhale, rising up, come up into warrior one. Exhale, place your hands on the floor, step back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, lift your heart up dog. And then down dog as you exhale. Hips towards the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more inhale. Press the breath out as you exhale. Look forward, front of the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Panchadasha. Exhale, Shodasha. Coil in. Set deep, Saptadasha. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, Samastihiti. Let's go again. Ekam. Inhale, arms up. Dve. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, inner thighs. Drift back as you lift your heart. Press your hands. chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog. Exhale, warrior one, right foot forward, sapta. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Ashtanga. Chaturanga. Nava, up dog. Dasha. Exhale the down dog. Left foot forward. Inhale, Ekadasha. Rise up. And then exhale, Devadasha. Chaturanga. Inhale, Trilovisha. And then exhale, Chaturasha. Strong arms, strong legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Forward on the exhale. Inhale, lift your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Inhale, unroll. And then exhale, Samastihitihi. Last one. Ekam. Inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, Dvai, fold. Strong legs. Inhale, pull the heart forward, hips back. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, inhaling. Down dog, exhale. Right foot forward, sapta. Inhale, warrior one. Ashtanga, exhale, low push up. Chaturanga. Nava, inhale. Dasha, exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, Ekadasha, rise up. And Devadasha, Chaturanga. Inhale, Trilorisha. And exhale, Chaturasha. 1, 2. Try not to melt through your chest, but instead extend. Or try not to sag through your chest, but instead extend, create some internal muscular heat and energy, and then let the spine relax through. 4. Press the breath out. And 5, front of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Set deep Utkatasana. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, Samastihitihi. Bring your hands to your waist, feet float out. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Grab your big toes. Peace sign, fingers and thumbs. Tailbones root down to the floor. Inhale. Unroll the spine, lift the chin, collarbones broaden, and then exhale, elbows out. So we want to have our elbows drawn towards the outside, but not so much so that it squeezes the shoulder blades. Instead, roll the collarbones back by taking your elbows gently back towards your calves a little bit. Tip weight forward. Maybe you would extend the arms wider, but keep those shoulder blades moving away. 4, and then 5. Inhale, lift your heart forward, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, hands underneath, hold that form. So strong through the waist. Inhale, lift the heart forward. Exhale, fold. Again, it's easy to squeeze shoulder blades together here. We don't want to feel that. Instead, what we want to feel is the shoulder blades broaden. So draw elbows back if they need to. I like that wrist stretch for a moment. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, lift the heart forward. Exhale, hands to your waist. Come on up, inhaling. And then exhale, Samastihitihi, front of the mat. Utthita Trikonasana. Let's go ahead and move into this posture from down dog. So take your arms up, inhale. As you exhale, fold forward, hands down. And you can take a full vinyasa here, or just step back into downward facing dog. You also, that knees, chest, chin action can be useful. I'm a fan. As you exhale, hips to the sky. And step your right foot right in between your thumbs. From here, we're going to keep our left inner thigh moving up behind us. So it's like we're trying to pop our booty back. Then from there, bring your back heel down to the floor. start to push length into your right leg. So maybe it straightens, maybe it doesn't. Keep your right hand so that you can grab your big toe or fingers on the inside. Push into your front big toe. Your left inner thigh still has some energy moving back, but then we want to push into the floor and feel the hip rotate open as we look towards the sky. If you have the big toe, it just gives you something to pull against. Push into the floor with your legs. Reach up towards the sky. 2. Coil the tail under. Broaden your lower back, middle back, and then even your upper back. Roll the collarbones open. Shoulder blades toward down a little bit. And then 5, look down, bring your hands down, step back, downward dog. Left foot steps forward, so that deep lunge here, push into your front leg. So it's that same action, push into the front leg, reach down, find your big toe or your hand to the inside. We want the right inner thigh to draw back, that creates one action. The left quadricep externally rotates. As the right arm comes up, press back into the outside of your back heel. Broaden through your sacrum, lower back. Even see if you can imagine drawing the tailbone towards your heel so it's elongating, your spine's elongating and widening. Feel the upper back broaden between the shoulder blades and then draw the shoulder blades onto the back of the body as you expand open. 4. And then 5, look down, hands down, step back, down dog. And then step forward with your right foot, so revolved variation. I like to shorten my stance just a little bit here. Root into the floor, left inner thigh back, left hand down to the outside, fingertips will work here, and then right arm up towards the ceiling. Push into the floor with your hand and broaden the back so it feels like you're rounding, and then roll the collarbones open. Left shoulder across the midline as you roll the right shoulder back and away. 3, 4, and then 5, look down, hands down, step back, downward dog. Left foot steps forward, bring your right heel down to the floor, right hand across the top, take the outside of the shoulder forward to the top of the shoulder almost towards your chin and up if you're looking down, and then the left shoulder rotates back. Deepen the groin. 2, 3, roll the collarbones back. 4, and then 5, look down, hands come down, downward dog. So same thing for extended side angle from the down dog position. Right foot steps forward into your deep lunge, and then from here, press length into your right leg so you feel like you're in that kind of a high pyramid pose. Bend your front leg, bring your back heel down to the floor. One more time, push length into your right leg. Feel your tailbone coil under. Keep that coiling action as you push into the floor. Bend your right knee. Right hand down to the outside, fingertips over, left arm reaches long. Spin the heart open. Think about broadening the back of the body. Lots of space in the back of the body. And then little finger towards the floor a little bit, pull the shoulders back. Look towards your palm. 3, 4, shin bone forward. And 5, hands down. Press into the floor, down dog. Left side, pressing the breath out. Left foot forward. And again, try that same pyramid posture. Push into the floor with your front leg through the big toe. As you exhale, bend your knee, bring your back heel down. Again, push into the floor, coil the tailbone down. Keep that coiling action through your front foot. Then with the coil, maintain, set deep into your lunge. Tailbone wraps under, right arm reaches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Look down, hand down, press into the floor, down dog. And now the revolved variation here, we'll take it a little bit deeper. Take your right leg, step forward into your lunge, push length into the leg so you can still feel that coiling action through the abdomen. Pull the belly button up. Maintain that, bend your front leg, bring your back knee down, knee right underneath your hip. And then come on up here into this lunge form. Back toes can be curled underneath, or they can be flat. Then take your left arm up towards the sky. I'll rotate just a little bit. The left arm up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, take the top of the shoulder and drop it down like you're pouring your thumb towards the floor. So drop the thumb down, bring your hand back towards your hip. As you do, take your left shoulder across the right knee so it's not out in front too much, even the right quadricep. We want to feel the coiling of the tailbone down towards the floor. Keep that coil. Hands can come to heart center. Then from there, without lifting up your right hip, we want to feel that constant coiling in. Then you can bring your back knee up. Or left hand down to the floor. Keep the coil. Press the tailbone down. Pulling up. Reaching. And then long. Last option. Back outer heel down to the floor as you spin open for your revolved extended side angle. And then 5. Hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Left leg steps forward this time. Bring your back knee down, hip over your knee. Try not to stretch through the front of the right hip so much. We want to keep the coiling action. The right hip, it'll open up, and there's all sorts of poses that work with that. Here, think in terms of pressing the breath out, rooting in. The right arm comes up, inhale, reach. As you exhale, thumb down towards the floor. Hands can come to heart center. Again, we want to feel the right shoulder rotate across. So it's like it's drawing in a little bit. And then when the hands come towards one another, then you broaden by taking the left shoulder back and around. From there, if you choose, hand comes down, or maybe you come up into that revolve prayer, or if you want, heel down to the floor, and then you stay in that form, tucking the left hip under a little bit. The left arm can come out long, fingertips towards the floor. 3, 4, and then 5. Look down. Bring your hands down, downward dog. Full breath here, inhale, and then let it go with your exhale. Look forward, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift chin up off chest. Exhale, fold deeply forward. And then rise up to the top, inhale. And then from here, let's go ahead and step the right foot back. I'm going to do left foot just so that I'm in the frame of the camera. Inhale, lift the chin up off the chest. Feel the drawing of the groin to the sky. As you exhale, folding at the waist. Bring your hands down to the floor. Lift the heart up off the chest, the chin up off the chest. As you exhale, head to the floor. If you can bring your head all the way down to the floor, broaden your throat. Press into the floor with your head. Allow that to be a way that you can make the posture just a little bit deeper. Hug the elbows in gently. 3. Lift up through the inner arches of the foot. Press down through the outsides of the heels. 4. And then 5. Inhale, lift your heart forward. Exhale, hug and hold. Tailbone drawn down. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, anchor. Lean back a little bit. Lift the heart up. As you exhale, groin pulls way back behind you as you fold way out in front. Keep your hands here. Maybe breathe the back body breath. As you exhale, strong legs, press into the floor. 1, 2, keep the elbows, shoulder blades moving back, but think about inner thighs deepening. 4 and 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, anchor down through the tailbone. Arms come out. Drop your thumbs, interlace your fingers behind you. Inhale, lift the heart, roll the collarbones open. As you exhale, lead with an open heart. A little micro bend in the elbows might help to deepen. And then drop the shoulders forward. Look off the tip of the nose towards the sky. If your hands are rotated so the palms can move towards the floor, let that happen. See if you can find the balance between strength here and release. 4 and then 5. Inhale, come on up. Exhale at the top, bring your hands back to the waist. Inhale, lift the heart to the sky. As you exhale, fold forward. Grab your big toes, peace sign, fingers, thumbs, make them strong. Inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, head to the floor. So there's that same tendency as in our other forward folds to squeeze the shoulder blades together. We want them to move apart. That might mean that the elbows need to move back towards your calves just a little bit. Don't be extreme on that. We were looking for the orientation of the shoulder blades, shoulders, and their connection to the neck and the ears. So we want to feel some space there, not so much elbows towards calves. 4, and then 5. Inhale, lift your heart forward. Exhale, bring your hands back to the waist. Charge the legs. Inhale, come on up. And then exhale to the front. Samastitihi. Take your arms out nice and wide. Inhale. Drop your thumbs as you exhale. Bring your palms together back behind the heart. Rotating. Extra breath here. Press your tailbone down. Feel like you're rolling your shoulders forward. And then roll them back. Lift the heart. Draw the tailbone towards your heel. Front heel. As you exhale, folding out over the front leg. Once you feel like you're about ready to drop into it, come up a little bit, deepen the groin back, chin towards your front shin. 1. Charge your front leg. 2. Charge your back leg. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, come on up. Rotate towards the front of the mat. Exhale. Extra breath here. Push into the floor. Roll the spine. Lift the heart. Exhale. Cast it forward. Long exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale. Come on up. And then exhale to the front. Samastitihi. Deep breath. Utthita Padangustasana. So hands to your waist. Take the elbows, hug them back. Shoulder blades at the top are going to move away from one another. Root down into the floor with your left leg. Reach down, find your right big toe. That's Ekam. First breath. And then Dve, left elbow, left rib cage hugs forward. Squeeze in. Push through your toe. Try to bring chin towards your shin out in front. Just like the previous posture, we're looking for a hug in and a squeeze towards the midline. Try to hug the hips towards one another to cultivate that action. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, stand up, and exhale, open up to the side. Squeeze the hips inward, push out through the toe. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, stand on up, deep breath. As you exhale, hug in. 1. Try not to lean back. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Release your right foot down to the floor. Reach down, left big toe. Inhale, lift the leg up. As you exhale, right rib cage hugs in. Squeeze towards the midline. Hug. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, open. And again, squeeze the outsides of the hips in a little bit. Look over to the right as appropriate. Push through your toe. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, stand up. Float the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Releasing. Little wiggle. All right, Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana, or Ardha Baddha Padma, Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana, bow lotus forward fold. So rooted into the floor, bring your right knee up, open up to the side, heel to the hip crease. Staying here. If you have any sort of knee issues, I'll show you modification in a moment. Lift the right arm up, reach back for your toes. If you have your toes and you're prepared to do so, left arm up, inhale and fold. You can also take a figure 4 form. Toes flex back towards your shin, so you have foot engaged, knee or ankle just above your knee. Set the hips way back behind you. Feel the opening out through the back of the hips. Bring your right elbow towards your right knee. Push up against your elbow with your knee. Press your right ankle down. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up if you're in your fold. Exhale, anchor the tailbone, both postures. And then come on up, inhale. Exhale, release the foot down to the floor. Left side, Draw the knee up, open up to the side, drop the tailbone, left sits bone down as the heel comes up towards your hip crease. Left arm draws back, reach back, find your toes, or prepare for your figure four form. Right arm can come up, inhale. As you exhale, fold forward, or bend your right leg, elbow onto the knee, lift up against your elbow as you press your ankle down onto your knee, and then soften the hip back. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, look up, exhale, inhale, come on up, exhale, releasing. Step to the front of the mat as you're ready. Ekam, arms come up, inhale. Exhale, Dove, fold, hands down. Inhale, lift your chin up off your chest. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, inhaling. Down dog. Exhale, Utkatasana. Float forward, set deep. That's the exhale pattern. And then inhale. Reach the arms up to the sky. 1. Keep the tailbone dropping down. 2. Roll the collarbones back. 3, 4, and then 5. Hands down to the floor. Inhale, lift your chin up, and then pull the knees up into the chest and pause there for a moment. From there, maybe you lift your left leg, push into the floor, shoulders moving up towards your ears. Push, switch out your legs, lift them up. Lift up your right leg, hug in, bring your feet down to the floor. Now try to pull both legs up, and then Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, inhale, down dog, exhale, hips to the sky, right leg forward, warrior 1, anchor the tailbone, anchor the back heel, inhale, come on up, roll the heart open. Imagine, without actually separating your elbows, that they're pulling out away from one another so that you can reach higher without having that extra compression in the neck. 4, 5, inhale, come up, rotate. Right inner thigh drawn back, hip moves forward a little bit, and then push into the floor. And again, feel space for your ears. Reach to the sky. 3, 4, 5. Warrior 2, open up, inhale, and exhale. Outsides of the armpits, wrapping forward, thumbs and palms down. 4, 5. On up on the inhale. Rotate your feet, exhale, set deep, reach your right arm forward. And again, think under armpits forward, and then tops of the shoulders forward. 3, 4, 5, arms up, exhale, hands down. Step back or float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. I'm gonna adjust the camera in my mat as you flow through to seated Dandasana. So float forward and step down. So draw the chin towards your chest, but pull your ears way back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, reach for your feet. So maybe you touch your toes, or maybe you think initially about really extending out, then grabbing the toes. Lift your chin forward and folding. And again, elbows wide, but tops of the triceps or the back of the arm needs to rotate down a little bit so the shoulder blades are moving away. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, lift the heart forward. As you exhale, reach around the outsides of the feet. Thumb pushes into the big toe knuckle. Peel the feet open. Inhale, lift the heart forward. Exhale, elbows drawn wide. 1. If your feet are kind of lazy away from one another, squeeze them in strongly so that the tailbone anchors. That helps to anchor the legs. That way you're not overstretching. And then 5. Inhale, lift your heart forward. As you exhale, reach the arms around the outsides of your feet. Lift the heart forward. Squeeze your legs in, make them strong, and then fold. Press heels down, lift your chin a little bit. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, chin toward your chest, bring it back. Push into the floor, wrap the triceps in. Inhale, lift up. Head drawn back, toes pressed down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Release down to the floor. Taking a vinyasa, lifting, hug the knees up towards your armpits, and then hands down, lift up, step back or float. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale, hips to the sky. Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. Find your seat. Legs out in front. And then pull your right knee up towards your armpit, hug in, and then from there, pull the heel up to the hip crease. So if you're working on building hip strength here, knee comes up, and then maybe without even using your hand, you can bring it up here. I obviously using my hand. Then taking right hand back, reach for your toes, and then left arm up, reach for the side of the foot. 1, try to draw the knees in. 2, so that the heel moves across the top of the thigh. Figure 4, the posture is another option. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, look up, and exhale, release. Take your vinyasa, cross your shins, pull the knees in. As you exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. Down dog, find your seat again. Step forward or float through and set down, legs out in front. Then take left knee, draw it in, open it up to the side, bring your heel up to the hip crease or prepare for your figure 4. Left hand comes back, reach for your toes. If you're like me, that figure 4 is important here. So if you have your bind, right arm comes up, reach forward, find your foot. If you're in that figure 4 pose, toes flex back toward your face, or toward your shin. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hold and release, squeeze in. Pull the knees up towards your armpits. Arms might be out in front. Hold that core engaged. Tip wave forward. Lift up and Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. Down dog. Tiranga Mukha Ekapara Paschimottanasana. Left leg floats through. Right heel beside you. Set on a brick, a wedge, a blanket, or a towel if you need to. Inhale, lift your heart forward. Exhale, find your fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, lift your chin, and exhale, releasing. Lift that leg up, and then step back or float back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, and down dog. Right leg floats through, left heel's beside you. So find your seat, left heel's drawn in, reach for it. Inhale, lift the heart open. Exhale, elbows wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, come up, lift the leg, exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, down dog. Janushirasana A, find your seat, move forward, step forward or float. Left leg out in front, right heel in, reach for your front foot. Inhale, lift the heart, exhale, and fold. So sometimes I grab wrists, sometimes I grab my foot, interlaced fingers, depending on the posture. When I'm able to get out over the leg, I kind of don't even use my hands or my grip. I push back against my toes as I pull my elbows wide, just to build up some mobility, more mobility in my wrists, which tend to be vulnerable for me. 4 and 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hug the tailbone towards the floor. Hands come back, squeeze in. Lift up, inhale, exhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. Down dog. Find your seat. Float through or step forward. Hug the knees in. Release the legs out in front. Pull left heel in. Open it up to the side. Reach for your front foot. Inhale. Lift the heart. As you exhale, fold forward. So this time on this side I'm a little stiffer. Left hip always a little stiff. So push forward with your foot. Lengthening. 1. Feel the left side body pull long. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift chin. Exhale, squeeze tailbone towards the earth. Maintain that squeeze. Cross your shins. Way up high. Hands forward, lift up. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Second one, part B. Look forward, fold through, set down. Knees up to the armpits as you reach your legs forward. Hold the right knee in. Open it up to the side. So my heel is drawn down. Big toe knuckle trying to press down. The knee will move forward a little bit as I set on my heel. Reaching for it. Inhale, lift the heart. Press the tailbone towards the earth and then fold. Left leg is strong. Chin up off the chest. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hug the tailbone down. Bring your hands to sides. Knees drawn in. Tip forward. Lift up. Exhale, chaturanga. So working those different patterns. Curiosity and a sense of exploration. Seated. Hands might come back. And then again, similar action here. We want to think heel drawn in, knuckle towards the floor, lift up, sit on your heel, reach for your front foot. Inhale the heart forward, push with your front foot. Exhale, fold deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hug the tailbone down. Bring your hands beside you. Shins cross. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. A little push-up. Knees, chest, chin if you need. Roll the heart open. Bend to elbow. Exhale, hips to the sky. Part D, float through, sit down. So we want to have a little forward rotation of the tailbone, which is kind of so we're coiling in a little bit as we bring our heel up. So taking your foot up, roll the tailbone forward a little bit, rotate your toes down towards the floor. And then from there, maybe slide your hips forward a little bit. Tailbone coil down, make sure your knee feels healthy. A brick underneath your knee can be really useful there so you're not pushing beyond your range of motion. 2, heel almost towards your belly button. 3, squeeze inner thigh and heel inward. 4 and 5. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, releasing and squeeze. Shins cross. Lift up on inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Move through your vinyasas appropriate for you. Up dog and then down dog. Find your seat again. Legs out. Draw your left knee in towards your ribs. Let it open up to the side. Coil the tailbone forward a little bit as you rotate your toes down. Once your toes are on the floor, then maybe brick underneath if you need to. If you don't need to, don't. 1. Again, that hip thing here gives me a little bit of tightness, so I generally use my left hand just to simply encourage my body energy forward. 2, 3, 4, squeeze the heel in, and then 5, lift your chin, and exhale, release, squeeze in. Hands forward, press down, lift up, inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga, low push-up. Up dog, down dog, and then Marichyasana A, flow forward and sit down. Legs out in front. Draw your right knee up towards your rib cage. Little space in between your heel. I like to have a half sit, half squat, so I know my rib cage will roll through. Big toe pressing down. Right arm up, inhale, reach forward. Drop your thumb. reach back, find your other hand. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, fold deeply forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, squeeze the tailbone down, hollow the navel. Releasing the legs, pull the knees up, hands down, lift up. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, and then down dog. Find your seat, and squeeze. Left heel drawn in. So again, enough space in between that I can half sit, half squat. Right hip comes down. Left arm up, inhale, reach forward, drop your thumb, and then wrap it back behind. Try to grab your right wrist with your left hand, or interlacing the fingers a little bit. Chip your way forward. It makes you want to feel like you're gonna fall to the outside, but instead push your foot down. Lift your chin forward. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, come up, and exhale, release. Shins crossed, hug in, and then vinyasa, lift up, and chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, down dog, hips towards the sky. Look forward, bend the knees, float forward or step forward and set down. So half lotus with your left leg, right leg bends. So part B, if you're varying it because of lotus limitations, left heel in front of your sitting bone, right heel in front. So the heel ankle connection is important here. We want to draw on back. Inhale, right arm up, and then find that half sit, half squat. This is actually a decent pose here with my right arm way out in front. My right hip is drawn back, but the foot pressing down. Reach back and bind, or take your tricep and press your shin bone back gently. But draw the body forward, push down with your front foot, and then feel the hip move back. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, squeeze the tailbone down, hug your knees in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, and then down dog. Second side, find your seat. Legs might come forward first. Both your right heel in towards your hip crease for half lotus, or underneath. Other leg in front. Left arm comes up, inhale, and exhale. And again, find that half sit, half squat. Left hip up off of the floor. Both variations, hand can stay in front or tricep in front of shin. Draw the body forward, lift the heart, and then fold in. Your gaze is, technically it's off the nose here as you fold in. However, think of it more of like drawing in your gaze through the peripheral, paying attention to all of the various parts of your body. 4, and then 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hug your core in, squeeze the legs in, hug them in, tip forward. Inhale, come up, lift up off the floor. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, and then down dog, hips towards the sky. Find your seat again. Part C. So this time, left leg's out in front. We're going to keep it a little bit tighter so the heel won't come to the outside as much. It's inside more. Take your right hand back behind you. So this is actually already a fairly good twist. If I were injured, this would be a great posture just to gently pull the outside of the knee forward a little bit as the hip moves back. So hip would move back as I twisted, and then the outside of the knee gently forward would allow me to twist and be very intentional about it. The full binding, or the full bind, the hand will move back behind and we'll have the other hand in. So you want to feel this squeeze, the variation in between, hand towards your hip. Think about tricep forward, top of the shoulder, forward and down, right shoulder rolling back. 4, and then 5. Inhale, look forward, exhale, squeeze your core in, hug. Lean forward, bring your hips up, hug your tailbone towards the earth as you lift your hips, and then exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale, down dog, exhale. Look forward, front to the mat. and set down. And then second side, bringing your left knee, draw it in. So again, closer arrangement with your feet. Take your right hand to the outside, left hand back. Lift up the right arm really long. As you exhale, drop the thumb and bring it across. Hug it out. Hip moves back a little bit. Hand towards your hip. Staying there, work your bind if you have the mobility. The left hip gently will move back a little bit. That helps to facilitate the right leg being strong. But then we want to feel the inner right or inner left thigh moving forward as we twist. 3. Find the balance. 4. And then 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, squeeze in. And chaturanga. Up dog. And then down dog. Hips to the sky. Look forward, float forward, sit down. Part D. Legs out. Then take left heel to the half lotus pose or towards the sitting bone. Take your right heel in front. So we're in almost a figure 4 shape, but the foot is either up at the hip crease or under. You can also do it up at the top of the thigh. I like this one better, so that's what I usually do. So the hand can be here on the knee, rotating the hip back, and then feel the inner leg move forward. Or you can take the shoulder across, or you can reach back for a bind. If you're in the full bind, coil the tailbone forward. Lift the heart up. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, squeeze the tailbone down. Pull the knees in. Tip weight forward. Lift up on inhale. As you exhale, chaturanga, dandasana. Up dog on the breath. Hips to the sky. Second side. Legs out. Take your right heel up to the hip crease, or you can bring it underneath. The right knee comes down to the floor if you're in the half lotus or in the variation. Left hand back. Hollow through the navel, inhale. As you exhale, hand towards your hip and hug it forward. 1. Hip moves back a little bit. Left inner leg moves forward. 2. Soften your guts a little bit. 3. It's easy to clench and protect. We want to think in terms of hollowing by softening. 4. And then 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, really squeeze the heels in. So crossing the shins, the calves. Lean forward, lift up, chaturanga, dandasana. Up dog, and then down dog, hips to the sky. Look forward, sit down. So from seated, we're moving into our boat pose variations. If you need to use a brick, do, or actually you probably need 2 in this case. And so from here, we're just working on our boat pose forms. So, but more so the activation that we get from boat pose. So go ahead and take your feet, make them parallel with one another. Bring your hands out in front. Coil back. So you want to feel your lower back wrapped towards the front. So we're rolling in. And then with your feet like 2 tiger claws, your hands can be down, 2 feet pulling back. So we're trying to pull back. Squeeze in. And then lift your legs up. Maybe your arms come up. 1, 2, lift your chin. 3, 4, and then 5. From there, cross your shins, pull the knees in. You could stay there, that's a decent engagement. Or tip forward, come up onto your hands, pull your knees up towards your armpits. Release it down. Legs, find that same arrangement. So we don't want to have just this lifted of the heart. We want to feel coiling of your lower back forward. Then we feel that lift. So first, coil. Hands can be down. Pull in. Lift the legs. You want to feel compression in the hips as you lift your legs up. Rather than think in terms of straightening the legs, think the knees to the armpits. And then lift the heart. And then 5, cross your shins. Make sure you find balance. And then maybe you lift up. Maybe you hold here. I like to lift up just for a moment, legs. And again, find that same action here. Maybe this time we'll change it up a little bit. Arms out in front. Pull the knees in. Tone through the lower abdomen. 3, 4, and then 5. Cross your shins, maybe hands down, lift up, legs up. 1, excuse me, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Cross, lift up, and then chaturanga dandasana, flowing through your vinyasa. And then from there, go ahead and stepward float through and set down. And so from here, a little bit of different superfluous, I think that might be the word I'm looking for, actions. So take your right arm, reach it up towards the sky. So feet about parallel with one another. We're going to think about taking our shoulder underneath and binding. So it'll be a little bit different than our full Kurmasana pose. But we want to think about the shoulder rotation here. So take right arm up, inhale. As you exhale, reach forward between your legs, way out in front. Heels in a little bit, drop your thumb down and thread your arm through. So the hand could come down if we were moving into full Kurmasana, but today, just work the shoulder rotation, reach your other hand back, push energy into the floor, lift and spin the heart open, draw the collarbones back, lift the heart to the sky. 3, 4, and then 5. Look forward a little bit, releasing left arm up, and then bring it down. Release your right arm from out underneath you. So thinking in terms of, we just did those twists, so we have an element of that going on here. We're pushing with the legs, we're pulling with the legs. Lift your left arm up to the sky, and then as you exhale, reach way out in front, drop your thumb in order to thread the arm through. And then from here, take the right arm back, find your other hand, and then roll the collarbones back. Push a little bit with your feet, but then draw hamstrings back. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, look forward and down, and exhale, releasing. Now we'll do the same thing, but this time it'll be more with both arms. So I'm going to do maybe one at a time, but we're going to think about threading the right arm up, roll it through, bring it towards the other side. Hand can come back behind you. So working the hand back just a little bit more. Palm can be down, hand can be back. Then from there, left arm, rotate over onto your shoulder, bring your left arm underneath. Hands can be back behind. You could be reaching for your other hand, or you can reach forward a little bit. Bring your hands back and bow in. Maybe right ankle over left or the soles of the feet together. Hold the heart forward, let the head come down. And so at the same time, we're pushing a little bit with our legs, with our quadriceps in order to create some space, but then pull a little bit as well. Same thing, roll the collarbones back. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift your chin up off your chest. As you exhale, keep your arms underneath, but bring your hands towards your ankles. So we're in this form here where our hands towards our ankles, rock over onto one cheek, then on towards the other, and lift the legs up. And then think in terms here, lifting and straightening out your legs. So that's Tichibasana. We're going to work that form. So let's first lift the left leg and straighten. 1, use your right leg, hug in. 2, 3, 4, 5, bring it in. Right leg reaches it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then from here, adjust your arms if you need to. Bring it over the shoulder. Both legs over. And then straighten the legs. Lean forward. Push your legs straight. Lift your chest up. And then Bakasana. Push into the floor. Pull your heels back together. And then Chaturanga Dandasana, little push-up. Up dog on your inhale. Down dog as you exhale. Find your seat, float forward, sit down. Baddha Konasana. Setting on a block if you need to. I like this little wedge. And then heels drawn in. Thumbs on the inside. Press elbows into the ribs and then back. Lift the heart up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale. As you exhale, lean forward. 1. Push down with your elbows. 2. Push down with your knees. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale the elbows towards the outside. Inhale this time as you exhale, curl in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up, and exhale, release. Take a vinyasa. Cross your ankles, hug in, lean forward, lift up. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Low push-up pose, or knees down, chin down, chest down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to down dog, upavishta konasana. Find your seat. Knees drawn in. Release your legs out. Find big toes or the sides of the feet. Different virtues for both, but paying attention to where you're at, what's appropriate for you. 1. Try to bring chin towards the floor. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, coil the tailbone in, and then lift your legs up. You can release your feet for a moment if you need to, and then lift the heart up. Head drawn back. 1. Broaden the legs. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, legs towards one another. Exhale, squeezing in, and then vinyasa. Float through, up dog, and down dog, hips to the sky. Float through, set down, hug the knees in, legs out in front, then slowly lay onto your back. All the way down. Lift your legs up to that 90-degree mark up there. And then as you exhale, toes to the floor behind you. Separate your legs quite a lot and bring the weight to the shoulders. Push your shoulders into the floor. Pull your big toes down towards the floor. Lift the pubic bone up. Push the shoulders down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up on your hips, inhale. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, and then exhale slowly, the heels come down. And then the vinyasa, cross your shins. The chaturanga. Up dog on your inhale. Down dog as you exhale. Find your seat again. And then slowly lay down. Lift the right leg up, inhale. Reach up, find your big toe. As you exhale, squeeze in. Left leg wants to float here, or you want to rotate over. Internally rotate your left leg, press through your toes, squeeze your shoulder back. 2, look up toward your toe. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, lay down. Exhale, open up to the side. Gaze towards the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, bring the leg up to the top. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, lay down. Exhale, the foot comes down. Left leg comes up. Inhale, pattern, lifts the leg. Find your big toe. Exhale, coiling in. Draw the shoulder outward, the elbow outward, and hug in. 1. Front leg needs to be strong. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, lay down, and exhale, open up to the side. Gaze towards the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Look up. Inhale, bring the leg up. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, lay down. Exhale, the foot comes down to the floor. Bring your hands back beside your ears, chakrasana, or a prep pose for chakrasana. Lift the legs up, rock back towards the shoulders, squeeze. Then roll forward, plant the hands, or roll back, and then do a little hop forward. Up dog, down dog, Then from here, Padangustasana, float forward, legs out in front, slowly lay down. Inhale, lift the legs up to the sky, reach up, find your big toes, pull your toes towards the floor, that's your exhale. And then inhale, come back up onto the hips, lift through the heart, let the head draw back. Elbows bend, 1, shoulder blades away from your ears, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look to the toes, exhale, squeeze in, tip weight forward, lift up. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, or knees down, chin down, chest down. Up dog, inhale, down dog. Exhale, Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose, float forward and set down. We'll move on to our back bends. There's 2 different bridge poses. If you're familiar with the one you're used to doing, the last pose in the primary series, do that one. Otherwise, normal bridge or classical bridge, or I don't know, not traditional, but normal, I guess. From there, push your feet down into the floor, lift your hips up. So it's shoulder stand bridge pose is another name for this posture that you could call it. And so from here, think about pushing your shoulder down onto the floor and then interlace your fingers. If that feels odd for your shoulders, elbows, the wrist can come down, you can take this form, or hands up here, but push down, interlace your fingers, wrist press down. Maybe you start to bend your elbows just a little bit for a moment, and then push deeper. And then 5, release your hips down to the floor. So there's so much going on here in our shoulders. We have to respect that. At the same time, making sure to pay attention to it. See if you can find those micro adjustments that allow you to deepen your access into it. So same thing here, or you can take full wheel Urdhva Dhanurasana. I'm gonna do one more set of bridge pose before I work into the wheel posture. So push into the floor, lift your hips up, walk the elbows and shoulders under, interlace your fingers, or bring your hands by your ears. Broaden the shoulder blades, push with your legs, lift your hips towards the sky. 1. And again, always using each breath as an opportunity to build an awareness and intelligence in the body. And then release down. And then from here, let's take number 3. So pick your posture, prepare. Root the tailbone toward your heels, lift your hips up. Maybe up on the toes if you need to, hands by your ears. Roll to the top of the head. And then push into the floor to come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then release. Come down to the head. 2 more. 9 breaths each. Push up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. Bring it down. Last one. Pick it up when you're ready. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then releasing. Releasing the arms to the side. Windshield wiper. Maybe roll out your wrists if you need to. Hands by your ears. Rock back toward your shoulders. And roll forward. Cross your shins. Find your flow. All the way back to Chaturanga. Moving through the last parts of this vinyasa here. Float forward. Set down. Janu or Paschimottanasana. Been here a couple times. So folding forward. Maybe you interlace the fingers. You fold forward. Maybe your feet are reaching forward. Your elbows are wide. Maybe you're up. Your knees are bent. You have the sides of the feet, or you grab opposite elbows. Think elongate the lower back.
2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, slowly lay onto your back to doggy mudra. You can ignore this form. Press the palms down, press the tailbone long, look off the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On your next inhale, lift your legs up towards the sky for Sarvangasana shoulder stand. You can take your legs straight up for that candlestick pose, Vinyasas, if that's appropriate for you. Push your palms down. Lift your hips up for the shoulder stand. Walk the shoulders under a little bit if you need to. Push your legs to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Exhale the toes to the floor. Behind you, interlace your fingers for halasana. If you're in that Vinyasas, maybe take happy baby pose or hold there for a couple more moments. So halasana plow. Keep the weight in the shoulders, not in the neck. 2, 3, 4, 5. Karnipidasana or happy baby pose. If you're in that other form, squeeze your ears, pull in your ears so your neck becomes longer. Separate your hands, using your hands to press your triceps down into the floor and pull a little bit. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bring your lower back down to the floor for today. Hips come down. And then as you do, look towards your belly button, come up onto your elbows, and then let the head draw back. Head towards the floor. Press your palms down, lifting your heart high. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Legs up, arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Lay down. Pause for 2 or 3 breaths. And then let's take a vinyasa. Hands by your ears. Rock back towards your shoulders. Roll forward. Plant the hands. Step back or float back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Low push up. Up dog on your inhale. Down dog as you exhale. Then bringing your forearms to the floor. Interlace your fingers. Walk your toes towards your face. Bring it forward as close as you can. Staying there or head down to the floor. Draw your hips towards the sky. Push your elbows down into the mat. Try not to compress the back of the neck or the front of the neck. Instead, create length in the neck. If that's appropriate, maybe your legs come up to headstand. Try to think about floating the head using the outsides of the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Releasing all the way down. Release your arms out in front. I like to interlace my fingers behind the back of my skull so that I can elongate the back of the neck. Forehead pressing down. vinyasa here. Bring your hands out in front. Inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog. Exhale, hips to the sky. Float forward, sit down. Baddha Padmasana. Sometimes my floats look a lot like knees down, crawling forward. Especially when I'm teaching, because I'm always thinking about the next form and talking. So I'm always thinking about maintaining a certain level of engagement as you're moving through the postures in your own practice. So take your heel, bring it up to your hip crease for half lotus pose, right foot up first and then left, or just bringing your feet into a cross-legged posture is fine, or a full lotus if you're interested. Left hand comes back, reaching, right hand comes back, reaching. Grab opposite elbows or your toes. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Chin to the floor if you have the mobility. Forehead to the floor is fine as well. Pull back on your toes. 1, 2. Draw your knees in a little bit. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, come up, and exhale, releasing. Lotus pose, Padmasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift your chin up off your chest. As you exhale, hug the knees up, press your palms into the floor. 10 breaths, lift your hips up off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release, vinyasa. Hands down, float back or step back, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog. Exhale, pressing the breath out. Float your feet in between your hands. Halfway lift upon landing. And exhale, fold forward. Reverse swan dive. Rise up to the top, inhale. And then exhale, hands to heart center, samastihitihi. I'm gonna come down to my knees. So I'm in the camera view. And then from here, let's go ahead and do our final mantra. Let's do it all together. Deep breath, inhaling. Swasti prajabhya pare palyantam naena margena mahim mahishaha gopramанепya shupamastu nityam loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. On the next inhale, arms come up, ekam. And then exhale to very fold forward, palms down. Last vinyasa, inhale, lift chin up off chest. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, inhale, heart expands. Down dog, exhale, hips to the sky. Float through and lay down on your back for Shavasana. Legs out in front. Lay flat, let the hips broaden, the heart suspend. Flat. Allow your heart to broaden. And in so doing, see if you can soften the jaw, the roof of the mouth. Be deeply curious about what's going on in your sensation and how you feel your body at this point. When we're deeply curious, it allows us to kind of suspend judgment, suspend expectations. That way we can proceed in a much more present state of mind. These really are curious times. Really, if we can allow our curiosity to be the way that the attitude that leads us, it allows us to drop the anxiety, the discomforts, things like that. And instead it allows us to be open to what is, to what is being offered. Perspective. Our intelligence starts to open up and become available rather than being contracted and restricted. Allowing the light, your intelligence, your awareness to blossom. Please rest, be still for as long as you can. Allow yourself to reap the benefits of your practice. It's truly an honor to be with you here this morning. I wish you all a wonderful day, and I bow to you. Namaste.